Hello everyone, welcome to today's interview session. My name is Lakshmi Priya and I am a master's student in digital engineering. Today here with me is one of our faculties from the Informatics department. Let's get to know about her. Hello, could you please introduce yourself to the viewers?
Hello, so my name is Dr. Claudia Krull. I am one of the lecturers at the Faculty of Computer Science and I will be talking about my soft skills course today.
Okay, so this interview session will be about soft skills course. Can you give us a brief overview about the course Soft Skills?
So the soft skills course that I'm going to talk about today is actually called Soft Skills 1 and 2. It's a bachelor's course and we're running it in English now in the winter term also, or both in English and German alternating. So that for our new bilingual bachelor program, we also have an English-speaking soft skill introduction. And in general, the course will be about all kinds of different soft skills that the students will need in their studies and also in their future work life. So we're going to start with time management, and we're also going to look at study skills actually and how to go through exams, how to study for exams, and then we will progress towards goal keeping and also doing presentations, project work, team management, all the way towards how to become successful or how to define success for yourself rather. Not how to become successful, but how to find a good definition that fits personally to the students. And it is rounded up with some IT, some legal information on IT, so digital rights, and also on ethics and computer science. So it's a very long program and very broad program, but of course we're not going very deep into each of the subjects. It's more an introduction and a methods kit for the students that they can then use for their future studies.
Yeah. So you talked about many skills which students can use in academic life. Are there any skills which you will be teaching which students can use in industry life?
I think most of those will also be necessary in their industry life. So, for example, setting goals and keeping goals and having a good time management is a substantial skill that they will need in their future work life, just as well as doing presentations, because you will have to present in front of customers or in front of your colleagues or in front of your bosses or in front of students, whichever career they're looking towards. So all of those are very essential, not just for their studies, but most of them will also translate to their after their professional life. In fact, I think this course is one of the most useful ones for after their studies because they will most definitely need most of those skills. And from many other courses, you might need them, but you might not, depending on the job. But you will always need to do presentations. You will always be looking at the legal parts of IT at some point, and you will always need your time management.
Yeah. So if one is not satisfied with this subject, are there any subsequent courses which they can take to deepen their soft skills?
Yeah, definitely. So the course itself is only a lecture course. So since it's for all of our bachelors, there is over 200 participants sometimes. So you can't really do exercises there. So it's just lectures. And therefore the students need practical stuff to then deepen their knowledge and actually practice their soft skills. So for one part, there is some exercises which they can do alongside of the course, but there is no tutorials or anything. But subsequently, there is projects and there is seminars that the students will also have to take where they can then apply the skills that they learn. So if you look at the bachelor's study plan, this is all in the soft skill track where it starts out with a basic soft skill course and then the software practicum and the seminar are followed up.
Okay. So are there any prerequisites which students need to mandatorily fulfill before taking up this soft skills course?
No, since it's a mandatory first semester course, there's obviously no prerequisites. And it's also just basic common knowledge that you need. And the course itself is also not rocket science, but some of the methods students just don't know. It's not anything that you find very brilliant, or probably they're saying, "Oh, I've never heard about that," but it all sounds very familiar. But now after the course, they hopefully have a methods kit that they can use for themselves. But soft skills, you cannot just learn by listening to it, but the point is you will have to practice it. And that's also emphasized throughout the course, that it's not enough to just listen into the lectures, but you also have to integrate it into your daily life. Not everything, but whatever method you think will work for you, if you work on that, if you integrate it into your daily life, into your project presentations, or into your week planning, then you will actually get to using and benefiting from those soft skills.
So over the years, have you observed any common mistakes which students do while doing this course?
Yeah, so the only point where the students are evaluated is the exam at the end, which is a multiple choice exam that sounds trivial, but it actually isn't. So we have some experience now also with giving multiple choice exams that are not trivial. And it's not just a multiple choice exam where we're asking just basic knowledge from the course, but we have found a way to framing the questions so that you also have to apply the knowledge. And the questions are, as I said, not trivial. And the most common mistake is to think, okay, well, the subject is really easy and I understand everything, so I don't study and just go to the exam. And then they get a very bad grade or they even fail. So, I mean, you can probably pass the exam with common sense, but you most likely will not get a good grade. For one point, some of the questions are a little bit tricky on purpose, so that they read carefully. And secondly, we have some anecdotes and some stories and some very specific learnings that we also ask for, and they might not be written on the slides. So they're hinted on in the slides, but you actually have to listen to the lecture, be it the recorded one from Corona times or be it the personal one. As of yet, the recorded ones are in German, but English ones will also be available in due time.
Okay. So would you like to suggest any strategies for students to perform better in this course?
Basically, go to the lecture and also use the homeworks that we're giving. Not just don't do them because you don't have to hand them in, but try to work with that. And not just take it as, okay, I need to do that to pass the exam in the end, but I should do that to improve my personal soft skills and to improve my learning outcomes.
So any final word of advice for the students who will be taking up this course in the future?
We have the experience that the students take the course not very seriously because it is a mandatory course, but there's no mandatory attendance as in most of the lectures, and there's no tutorials and there's no worksheets that they have to work through. So it seems that's the easiest course to just neglect until the exam. But I would suggest not really doing that, but taking it seriously and trying to understand that they will need those skills coming later in their studies. So what we've observed is that students who take the course later in their studies, as some students of other faculties do, that they actually see the benefit and know, okay, well, this will be very helpful because I've already found that I run into certain problems. But students who come in their first semesters, they're like, okay, this sounds trivial. What do I need that for? I want to study computer science. So take the course seriously and try to understand it and take it with you. You will find that you will need it in due time if you don't see it yet. I know every lecturer is probably saying that, but I can just hope that students understand that also for a soft skills course, specifically for that.
Okay. Thanks for the interview. It was nice interviewing you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.